Hi, Shane here again from Gillen Motorhomes down in Avoca in Wicklow. I'm just going to do another one of my walk around videos of this newly arrived in Forster 2023 T659HS. Now, for people who are familiar with my videos, you'll know I actually had one of these quite recently. We had a 2025 X demo one, which was, I won't say brand new, unused, and that sold really quickly. I got a lot of interest, so I took another one of these in. This is a 2023 one. It's in from the continent again. One owner. It's not an ex-rental or anything like that. I think it's got a little over, I think it's about 33,000 kilometers on it. It's in cracking order. There's a few little extras already been fitted to it, but it's a nice van. Built on the Fiat Ducato. It's normal car license like most of the stuff we buy. And I'm going to do a quick walk around video. So let's start at the front. As I said, it's a normal car license, so there's no, you don't need an extra funny license to do this. Built on the new Fiat Ducato 2.2. As I said, we're going to fully service it, anything it needs. But straight away, I noticed this when I picked it up. The tyres have been replaced already, so they're practically brand new tyres. In the continent, it's very popular now, or is becoming very popular. They're putting on all-weather tyres, just so they can drive in the summer and in the winter. So the tyres on it are actually brand new, which is really nice. Moving around the right-hand side, it's not a huge van. It's a really great layout. I'll show you when we get inside. Not a huge van. It's 6.6 meters long. Okay. Now, again, coming down the right hand side, nice big wide hab door that works on the central locking. Okay, and we already have a awning fitted, which is great. And if you can see just above that awning, you can just see the little solar panel sticking up as well. So that's already been fitted. There's loads of things that have already been fitted to this van. Okay, so coming back around, there is a little, I won't say a little under storage section. Not a huge garage on this. There's plenty of storage in there. I think it's open. We'll have a little look. I think there's a bit of stuff in it at the moment. Let's see. Okay, so that pops up there like that. Yeah, we have a few cushions and stuff like that, but it's a pass through, so you can pass through all the way through. So if you've anything long, like buggy boards or stuff like that, no problem. Again, coming around to the back here, it's already got a Thule bike rack fitted. Now you can fit more bike rails to that, so I think that one will take up to 4, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, and it's already got the reversing camera fitted. I'll show you that inside. Now, I always forget to mention this. The reason why I like Forster is they're made in the same factory as roller team. They're basically rebadged roller teams, and like the roller teams, they're timber-free construction. So it's one less thing to be worrying about. Yes, you still have to do your hab checks and stuff like that, but they're in, if you get a leak on these, it's not a big thing. You find the leak, you fix it, and away you go. That's why I really like them. So moving around to the left hand side, there's the other side of the locker. So it is a pass-through locker. It'll come a bit clearer now when we go inside to have a look at the layout, why it's like that. Big gas locker. It will take 2 full gas bottles, and then all the normal stuff, your toilet box, your water, and your electrical hookup. So I'm going to step back here. As you can see, the van hasn't a mark on it. It's in really good nick. Okay, so there's a full little walk around. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is pause the video and we'll pop inside and take a quick look. So here we are inside the camper. And as you can see up front, it's a fairly normal configuration. 2 captain's chairs, and then you have 2 more seat belts here. Okay, and if I step back very quickly, you'll see there's I'll call it a large single in an electric drop down bed above the unit. Okay, so that's all very conventional. I'm going to quickly turn around here and I'll show you the unique selling point of this van. So if I quickly turn around here by the loo and stuff like that, here we go. So this is a U-shaped lounge. This would not be very common in the continent. There's not a lot of vans made with them. I don't know why. The Irish love this layout. I love this layout. But it's not very common. Now, if you see, if I step back here, there's actually an electric drop-down bed above as well. So there we go. Hope this doesn't get too bright now. Okay, so you have an electric drop-down bed there, and you've got the U-shaped lounge. Now, in its current configuration, this will sleep 4. Okay, so you've that electric double bed. You have the small electric double bed to the front, and then the table at the front drops down to make another single. What we actually did with the last one, and it worked really well, was we swapped the tables. This table here doesn't actually move. So what we did was we moved this table base up to the front, and we took the table from the front to there. So basically it ended up making 2 double beds. It was brilliant, really, really clever, and the customer loves it. But why I like it is you have 2 seating areas in such a small van. It's not a big van, but it feels huge. It's quite a bright day today. You probably can't see it, but there's loads of these extra lighting on it. So you have loads of the lighting here. You have more lighting underneath. As I said, it's quite a bright day today, so it's probably not coming across. But it's finished in this 2-tone faux leather, so it's real easy to keep. And again, as I said earlier on, the construction on these, there's no timber in the walls anymore. These are glass fiber, foam insulation, and extruded plastic. So I'm going to just quickly turn around, and I'm going to show you some of the extras they've already fitted. Straight away, it actually comes with a telly already fitted. Excuse me. And if you can notice, just below the telly, it's a Max Air fan. So what these are, for these are not familiar, basically they're a 12-volt fan, and what you do is when you're in extreme heat, I hope you can see that there. If it wants to, hang on, it's not really doing it for me because of the angle of, there we go. So they are really powerful fans, and so say if you're away and it's very warm, it's not aircon, but what it does is it gives you a lovely breeze through the van. Bring the camera back down and behave itself. So you get a lovely breeze through the van. They're really nice to use, particularly when you're off grid or something like that. If I step back here, you can see it's got the large Thetford fridge. Again, really nice, nice big fridge. It's in cracking order. This van is, as I said, there's no major marks on it, no dings, scrapes, scratches. It's been well minded, which is nice, makes my life easier. Okay, and just moving back over to the left, we have your 2-burner hob and your sink. Okay, so if I step back over here to the left out of the way again, you can see we've loads of under counter storage there, there and there. But again, I sort of skipped over it a little bit earlier. You have loads of storage down here. So you've hanging space here. You have hanging space in here. You have a large wardrobe in there. You have loads of storage under the bed. That moves with the bed. And then even under the seats, you have more storage there. And you have more storage there. And again, all under that bed seat is the garage in the back. So you have loads and loads and loads of storage in this van. Okay, so I'm going to come back up to we'll go into the toilet. Oops. So back into the thing. And very quickly we'll come into the bathroom. Turn on the light so we can all see. And I like this bathroom layout. It separates out the toilet and shower. So there's your toilet, and that door pulls around and separates over. So although they're in the same vicinity, in the same room, they are completely separate units, which are nice. But when you're not using it, it doesn't. If you're not using the shower, it doesn't feel cramped. But very standard. They're nicely finished. They do them nice with little accents of chrome and stuff like that, but you need to really see the van to appreciate it. Okay, so again, I'm going to turn it back around, and we're back where we're started now, up in the living area. As I said, this van is designed for, it will actually carry 4 people comfortably. It will sleep, if you change the configuration, it'll sleep 5, if not 6. And if you have kids involved, there's even more room. But it's great, you know. It's I like the idea of being able to have, oh, you know, somebody can be doing something up here, and then somebody can be, you know, here and sitting and watching telly or stuff like that. So you have options, particularly with the Irish weather. So if I quickly pop up the front here, and I'll show you. So this already comes with a nice reversing camera fitted. It's got the Remus front blinds, so all blackout blinds all the way around the van and stuff like that. And then of course you have an accent head unit, so that does your reversing camera through it, and if I remember correctly, it does do Google Maps and Android Auto and stuff like that. It's got cruise control and all the normal stuff. So I'm going to pause here very quickly, and I'm going to pop outside and I'll wrap up the video. So that's a very quick walk around video of this 2023 Forster 659. Okay, it's an interesting layout. It's a little bit different. It gives you options. That's why I like it. It's not a huge van, like it's not even 7 meters long, but it gives you options. Best thing to do, if you have any interest, please give us a call in the garage, 085 810 9930. And as always, I ask, if you have liked the video, perhaps you might give us a like or subscribe to the channel. Reason being is, if this is not the van you're looking for, or even if you just like looking at different motorhomes and different layouts and stuff like that, we normally put the vans up online on YouTube first. So if you're subscribed, you'll get a notification and stuff like that. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, please give us a call in the garage. And as always, thanks for watching.